So welcome back to my channel. A long time no see. Sorry for the lack of uploads in the last probably month at this point. So ironically it was my 1 year YouTube anniversary and then I just didn't upload for like a month. But we're back. I've got a few videos I need to edit. Sorry about the train. Got a few videos filmed I need to edit, but I think this one's gonna come up first, even though this is the last video that I'm filming in like the little bulk that I have, purely because this one is obviously time sensitive. We are already on the 6th of August, so yeah, I'm gonna try and edit this one ASAP and get it up quickly to you guys. And then we have a few vlogs coming up. So I've got the graduation vlog, not my graduation, Hannah's graduation, so a year above me, that I celebrated with them a few weeks ago. Then we have a London vlog. Me and Hannah went to London for a dance intensive. I need to edit that. And I feel like there's another one. Oh yeah, and then the 1 year YouTube Q&A. So they're all coming up. This one's first. I'm going to try and make it short and snappy. Also, you're going to get really sick of this background. Not that it's a very extravagant background, but it's the only place that I can film at home with semi-decent lighting, so this is what we're working with. I need to film this video for obviously like a week now, because we are nearly a week into August. So here we go. In what month are we? July. I managed to read 4 books, which is quite good for me. This is probably the most books I've read in a month in quite a while. So here is the stack. It's reflecting, there we go. Here's the stack. So I will talk through briefly and then we'll go on to what I'm going to read in August. So I won't lie to you, I haven't read in about a month. Not a month. I haven't read in about a week, just because life happened, and before that I was just doing absolutely nothing, so I got quite a bit done. But anyway, enough chit chat. I'm so uncomfortable, I'm like sitting on my feet, but I feel like if I do this I'm going to be too short. The first book I read this month, or last month I should say, was Fern Cotton, Speak Your Truth. I highly recommend this one. It is like a self-help book, you know I love them. I'm actually now questioning whether I read this month or last month, and I've already spoken about it. Let me check that. I also keep forgetting to update Goodreads, which is really annoying because I like having it all on there and being able to know when I read what. I'll leave my Goodreads in the description as well if anyone wants to be friends on there, because I want to follow more people. When did I read it? Yeah, I did read this in July, I'm not going mad. This is Fern Cotton's book. It's not her first book, I think she has like Happy and Calm and something else. But yeah, this one's a little bit different. I really enjoyed it. It was just about like being true to yourself and like connecting with what you were like before like society pressures and things like that like took into play. I don't know if that made any sense, but basically like reconnecting with your inner child and doing like what your younger self would have done before like pressures and society and things got in the way. Which was good. It's quite a short book, not too long. It has like journal prompts and things at the end of each chapter, which is quite nice. Yeah, she's really honest in it. It's more like she relates it back to situations in her life, but then gets you to kind of think about what you could relate that to in your own life, so it's more like self-reflection. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend if you're into like self-help, self-development, that kind of vibe. Yeah, would recommend. And thank you again to Rebecca who sent this to me for the Galentine's book swap. Next up is What a Time to Be Alone, this book. I read this one first. If you saw, I've mentioned it in a couple of other videos, but basically if you don't know, this book got accused of being, sorry, the other way around. This book, Women Don't Owe You Pretty, got accused of being a copy basically of this book. I got this one for Christmas and then found out about all the drama between them and everything, and then I wanted to read this one first, so that's what I've done. I started this one and then stopped because I found out about that and felt bad and blah blah blah. But yeah, then I got this one, have read this one, and then this is going to be on my TBR. So back to this book. It is good. It was a really quick read. So it's like, oh, a bit like just fell out. It's kind of like different Oh, I don't know if you can hear people shouting outside my window. But yeah, some of the pages are like short and sweet, and then others are a bit longer. But it's kind of like life lessons and what she's learned in her life and different things that she's been through. And like, yeah, just life lessons, I think, is the best way to describe it. I really enjoyed it. I think it's one that you can go back to. It's kind of a bit of a coffee table book. But yeah, the first time you read it, you can just kind of... I read it in a couple of hours. It was super easy to read, but I think it's one of those that will, like, different things will resonate with you more depending on what stage of your life you're in. So yeah, it was a very interesting read and I would recommend. I'm also very intrigued as to how it does compare to this one, because from first impressions, because I have read a little bit of this, I am kind of feeling like they are going to be a bit different, but I can also understand where the themes might be similar. But I will do like a full chat on comparing them once I've finished this one. So the next book I read in July was actually a mistake. It was Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy, which is actually the last one in the series, and I was meant to read the second one, but they were both on my shelf like this and they're the same kind of design, and I just didn't look, and I picked this one up and took it on the train with me, and I was like, well, I've got an hour train ride, like I'm gonna get through it. So I just stuck with it and read it first. But it was a quick read. It was, I will say, Bridget Jones' books have disappointed me slightly in relation to the film, and I know I've had this debate a few times, but I just don't think that you can enjoy the book first and enjoy the film, or if you read the book after, you're not going to enjoy the book because it's going to be different from the film, you know? So that theory did present itself yet again with the Bridget Jones books. But yeah, this is the fourth book in the series. It's the only book that doesn't have a movie yet. Yeah, also I found the receipt in it. I got this from a charity shop and my mum's reading it now. This is how far she's got, because she doesn't read unless it's 30 degrees and she's sunbathing. But how funny is this? So this receipt was in it. I got this in a charity shop probably about a year ago, and the receipt in it is from Birmingham International Airport, and they got it from a Sainsbury's voucher in 2014, nearly to the day, August 2014. But how funny is that? Anyway, yeah, this one is very different to the film in that someone is in this book that shouldn't be. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but someone is in this book that shouldn't be if you've seen the third film. But yeah, once you get over that, it's fine. It did also remind me of Louise Pentland's book, Wild Like Me. It really gave me vibes to that, and I don't know if it's just because I read that fairly recently. That's a few videos ago if you want to go back and hear more about that book. But yeah, it reminded me of that a lot. I don't know why. I think it's just because she's got kids in this book, and that... oh, I just hit myself in the face with it. And it just gave me that vibe. But yeah, you know, it's Bridget Jones, you can't go wrong. It's a nice, quick, easy read, a good holiday book, and yeah, a solid like 3 stars. So then once I'd finished that one, which should have been read after, I went back and read the one that I was actually meant to read, which is The Edge of Reason, which is the second book. And I'll let you into a little secret. I actually haven't finished it yet. I'm like this much away from the end. It's like literally less than 100 pages, and like I said, just because life got a little bit busier, I just haven't had time to finish it. And I was like, do I spend the next hour filming this video, or do I spend the next hour finishing the book? And I thought, I'm just gonna do the video because I know what happens in the book. I've got the gist of it by now. I'm literally less than 100 pages from the end. I will say, similarly to the other 2 Bridget books, they are different from the film. This is also a really quick read. I read this in a couple of days before I got to the last little bit and fell at the last hurdle. No, I'll finish this probably either today or tomorrow, to be honest, but I thought I'd talk about it anyway. I've got the gist of it. I did think that the main thing that happened in the book, when she goes somewhere and gets stuck, I don't want to give spoilers, but she goes away and then gets stuck there. But I always forget what happens in this movie basically, and then I remembered that that was like the main thing, and I was like, is that even gonna happen in the book? Because it didn't happen for like over halfway, and I was like, literally I don't remember any of this happening in the film, but yeah, that's just what you get for reading a book that you've already seen the film for, or vice versa. You're just always gonna be disappointed, I'm convinced. Like, I don't think you can enjoy both, I really don't. But yeah, for £1.99 you can't go wrong. I will finish it. I did enjoy it, but I don't think I would read them again. I was thinking about this because Bridget Jones is a film that I can watch like over and over and over again and not get bored. But I don't think it's the same with the books. Like, once I've read them once, I won't bother going back to reread them. I don't think. It's not like, I don't know. I don't know why it's different, but it is. I've just finished this and thought I'd give you a little update. Can confirm nothing that exciting happened in the last 100 pages. I do find myself, especially when I get towards the end of the Bridget Jones books, like just skimming over what's happening, because it's split up and it's set up obviously like a diary. It's all like time stamped, and I just find myself like skimming over it a little bit, because some of it's like, is this that important? But yeah, I gave it like 3 stars, but that might have been a little bit generous, to be honest. So that is all of my books for July, and now we're going to go on to what I'm going to read in August. So obviously I'm going to finish the last 100 pages of that, and then we're going to go on to the final Bridget Jones book. Well, technically not. It's the 3rd one of the series, so it comes after The Edge of Reason and before Mad About the Boy. So I already know that this one is going to be different to the movie, based on something that is in the final book. And also my mum's already read this, so she did spoil it for me a little bit, but whatever. It is a bit of a smaller book, I think. Yeah, it's also hardback, which you know I don't enjoy, which probably means I read it quicker so that I don't have to carry a hardback around. But there we go. Yeah, I'm expecting it to be just another quick, easy read, exactly on par with the other 3 books. So yeah, I have pretty, what's the word? Pretty standard expectations for this book. Next one is going to be Women Don't Owe You Pretty, because I keep talking about it and I just need to get on with it and read it. So this is going to be high on my priority list, and then I will compare it to What a Time to Be Alone. If anyone wants a separate video talking about these 2, let me know, and yeah, I will try and compare them, because I know that there's been a lot of backlash and drama between these 2. This is the final book that I have set myself for this month, and it is Dolly Alderton Ghosts. It's in a paperback, which I held off getting this book for so long because I didn't want the hardback. But like, what is that about? It's got like a smaller front cover. Can you see that? Yeah, what's that about? What is that design? But yeah, this is in Tesco, little PSA for like £4, which is why I ended up getting it. And I really didn't need to buy a new book, because there are books on that shelf that I have had for at least 6 months and still haven't read. And yet, the new buy makes it to the top of my TBR as per. So I'm expecting this to be a nice quick read as well. I've read her other book, oh, what's it called? Something About Love. Things You Know About Love, something like that. You know the book I mean. It's yellow, kind of looks like this, but it's something about like lessons about love. What is it called? I'm gonna have to Google it. Everything I Know About Love, that's what it's called. Yeah, I enjoyed her other book. It was kind of more like personal to her, like, what's it called? Why am I so bad at getting words out today? Like almost autobiographical, whereas I'm pretty sure this is a like story. Everything gets easier in the 30s, right? Though she has plenty to celebrate, successful career. For Nina Dean, her 30s have not been liberating, uncomplicated experience she was sold. From fading friendships to exes popping the question, everyone is moving on, or worse, to the suburbs, and as her dad slowly loses his memories, her mum seems dead set on making new ones. Then she meets Matt, who tells her on date 1 that he's going to marry her, but what seems like exciting new development will ensure this year is Nina's strangest yet. So yeah, I'm expecting it to just be like chick flick vibes, light-hearted, good holiday book, even though I'm not going on holiday. Yeah, so these are my 3 books for August. Here they are in all their glory. I'm going to really try and get through them all, and if I finish all of these, my next one will be Next up, bonus book for August is The Colour Purple. I've been meaning to read this book for well over a year now. It's been on my list. I've had it for, I think I got it in the first charity shop haul I did, which was definitely last year, so probably coming up to a year ago. So yeah, this is going to be my next book if I get through those, which I'm kind of hoping I will, because I want to make reading back into a habit, because this is what I do. I read solidly for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then something happens, like I was in London for the weekend, so I didn't take a book because I was staying with Hannah and we would just go anyway. And yeah, then I just stopped reading for the rest of the week because I wasn't in the habit. So yeah, that's my goal for the next few weeks, is to get back into the reading habit, hopefully get through these 3, if not 4 books, and yeah, I will report back. I also will be moving back to Leicester by the time the next video is out. That's scary. Yeah, so I want to go back to that charity shop that I got all the books from before, so look out for another book haul because that'll be coming. And yeah, wish me luck in getting through all these books. As usual, if you have read any of these or you want to read any of those, let me know in the comments. If you have any book recommendations for me, again, let me know in the comments, because you know I don't have enough on my TBR already. So yeah, hit me up with your suggestions. I'm open to anything. I feel like I do need to try some new genres of books because I feel like they're getting very samey. I feel like that's because I've been reading a lot of like series. So yeah, if you have any recommendations that are a bit more out there or just different to the books I've mentioned here, let me know. And yeah, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next month for another book roundup. Bye!